I will tell you about one of the most paradoxical yet practical things about the world. Have you ever heard people say, just think positively about it and it will happen for you? This kind of thinking was popularized by Rhonda Byrne's law of attraction, and most people now think this way about everything in their life, even about dating. But I don't think it works in the sexual marketplace as well as some people seem to think. There might be an opposite way to attract women that only the most stoic and disciplined of can do. Have you seen the James Bond movie? He doesn't give a crap about chasing after women, but he has more abundance than anyone else simply because of this simple rule. The more you chase after something, the further away it slips from your hands. Women are the same. If you are a man with no substance, you will not be able to find a quality woman of substance if you simply chase the tail. Women will pay you no heed, and you will be left bitter and disappointed as ever. But when you stop caring, when you focus too much on yourself, or even give a crap about women, you will find more women flocking to you than you can handle. I say this to most men that ask me for advice. Attract, don't chase. When you feel more confident and valuable in yourself, that will be an endless source of masculine energy for you. But the opposite happens when the woman in your life is always the center of your attention, and you can't help but nag her, text her, and try to be on her mind at all times. This philosophy encompasses a lot more than this, and I will walk you through every step of the process of how you must achieve this careless aura to yourself. By far, the most important thing in the world if you want to have this no F's giving attitude to you is your body language. Most people come across as non-genuine because their body language betrays their words and actions. They might say they don't care, but they fidget and can't help but subconsciously signal to the woman that they actually do. For example, the first thing I say to men is that when you're out on a date with a girl, try to slow down your speech. This will have two impacts. It will make the woman see you more in control, and she will have to lean in to listen to you, and that will subconsciously signal her brain that what you are saying is important. Slowing down your speech also gives you more time to think, and it will make you more articulate and smart sounding than if you just try to rush your point. Talking slower and controlling the pace of the conversation also helps you eliminate the pauses and filler words from your sentences. And trust me, these filler words do a hell of damage to your perceived intelligence and frame control. The second most important thing is to have a body language that signals that you are an aloof man, someone with purpose on your mind who can't be bothered with the mundane nuances of life. For example, in times of crisis or when something goes bad, don't be the guy that becomes frantic and nervous. That is beta energy. Instead, hold frame and get on with solving the problem at hand. This can be signaled through controlled hand movements. Have you ever seen men who fail about their hands when speaking or when worried? Those feminine gestures or nervous hand movements at the sight of trouble take away special points from your overall attractiveness as a masculine man. You need to poised and elegant and make your physical presence do the talking for you. I believe men today are brought up in a highly femme-centric social order where their mothers and sisters have a great impact on their upbringing than any parental figure that can be looked up to. Modern society is replete with single mother households, and a majority of the new crops of men is hopelessly detached from the masculine guidance that every young boy so desperately needs. This is the core reason that boys never learn how to become men and remain docile and weak into their adulthood. It is a sad reality and a tragic one, but it's painfully true and will take proactive action for men to break out of it. The biggest thing holding you back from having truly fulfilling relationships with women stems from exactly this void of masculine guidance, and most men are too lazy or distracted to go out and do something about it. So if you're one of the few men who are listening and are in the position of changing your circumstance, hit the like button on the video and subscribe for more. Continuing with the other most important thing you need in order to develop the strength to not need her anymore and not care about her, it is this: woman have a lot of the most important things in their lives sorted out. They almost have a network of friends and groups of peers to grow into. It is the feminine imperative, even biologically and historically, to have groups of women around them in order to help them find sustenance, guidance, and raise children. As you may have heard of the saying, "It takes a village to raise a child." That is exactly where this expression comes from. But for men, the reality is vastly different. We are chucked into the world and everything we need and want, we must go out and get or build. Same is the case with your social network. As a man, you must curate your reality around you. You must build your life from the ground up. And you must create a network of high-quality men around you that force you to push yourself to the limit and beyond. This is your calling as a man, to build a team and with it conquer the world. The modern equivalent of that conquering yourself, your desires, your finances, your actions, your purpose, and your life. This is the hallmark of an attractive man, and that is what you must manifest. Another important aspect giving off the carefree vibe is truly, genuinely having a life on your own. I say this to every man I meet. The most potent modern dating app is Instagram. This is because you're not looking for any relationship. Rather, you are simply representing the great life you're living, and that naturally attracts women into it. When you're out and about with your friends or when you are in a meeting with your business partners, that is the time when you are truly engaged in masculine meaning. The difference is abundantly clear by now. The more you try to chase, the lower value you are perceived. And the more you try to build up your own self, the more you attract people that want to be part of it. The last and the most important thing in this list is the need to have leadership skills. I cannot stress this enough, but you need to develop soft skills of speaking, empathy, leadership, and emotional intelligence in order to catapult you into the highest echelons of men. Have an assertive and firm tone to your voice and don't let people repeatedly cut you off. Create value around every word and you will naturally be heard by men and women alike. I love this term, quiet confidence, and I think it's perfectly encapsulating a man I am trying to make you. In fact, here's a suggestion. Start watching the James Bond movies not from the plot or entertainment, but to notice and observe every small action and body language that Daniel Craig does. You will start to pick up on the most attractive traits that the functional masculine hero represents. You can then start to incorporate it into your own life and put yourself ahead of the pack. This list of things will give you an irresistible, quiet, confident aura, a kind that tells people you are a non-needy man on his own purpose. This is why I want you to share this with every man in your group and friend circle. It will help you create the masculine circle I talked about earlier, and that is something you direly need. So like the video and hit the subscribe button for more. Until next time.